U.S. government officials will be studying every frame of a dramatic new video, a video taken by the Taliban and posted online. It depicts Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl's release, and U.S. investigators will be looking for clues as to what it reveals about the soldier's captivity and his captors. Ebru's Kyle Schmoyer joins us live now from the nation's capital with more about this new development. Kyle.
Logan, quite a very dramatic video here. That moment that Taliban fighters meet U.S. Special Forces and that handover of Bowe Bergdahl happens. I take you through all of it, frame by frame, right here. This is video released by the Taliban of the official transfer of U.S. Army Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl. You see Bergdahl in an old white pickup truck. Armed Taliban fighters fanned out on the hills, others close to Bergdahl. A U.S. plane flies over the area, then suddenly a Special Forces helicopter appears over the hills, swoops in, and American forces jump out to meet the Taliban fighters, one of which is carrying a white flag. Bergdahl, wearing what's described as Afghan garb, is handed over. He is patted down at least twice for possible weapons or explosives. Then the chopper is gone as fast as it arrived. U.S. officials continue to defend the prisoner swap and urge everyone to wait for the facts on how Bergdahl went missing and was captured.
It's not in the interest of anyone, and certainly I think a bit unfair to Sergeant Bergdahl's family and to him to presume anything. We don't do that in the United States. We rely on facts.
Back in the United States, Republican lawmakers continue to slam the Obama administration for making the deal to release 5 Taliban detainees, specifically without notifying Congress.
I think the White House was looking at a twofer to announce in 1 week that we're going to withdraw from Afghanistan, ending the longest war in U.S. history. And oh, by the way, as Commander-in-Chief, I secured the last captive of that war, the only captive of that war. That was thought in their mind, I think, to be a pretty good political story for that week. It blew up in their face.
Now, even more former soldiers who served with Bergdahl are coming forward to share their perspective.
I don't consider him to be a traitor because I have no evidence. I haven't seen any evidence to indicate that he actually planned to defect. All we know is that he deserted, and that's it. And they welcome the Army's decision to investigate Bergdahl's disappearance again, including interviewing him once he's stateside. I hope that when he's fit, that he stands trial by court-martial, and if the judges rule him not guilty or guilty, or they give him a punishment, I'll respect whatever decision they hand down on him.
Now back to that video we saw right off the top tonight. That video produced by the Taliban and a Taliban-related website. But at one point, a translation from one of those Taliban fighters there closest to Bergdahl, the translation is that he said at one point, "Don't come back to Afghanistan. Next time you won't make it out alive." A lot of people within the U.S. government tonight saying this is a propaganda video put out by the Taliban to let their supporters over in Afghanistan see what happened there. Logan, there's 2 other videos that U.S. officials are talking about tonight. Those are classified still, and those are videos from last year that came in of Bergdahl, and videos that the administration is now indicating that they looked at and thought that his health was at risk. So for safety and health reasons, that's why they made the moves they did when they did it over the weekend. Logan?
Kyle, I was going to ask you, what is the speculation as to why these videos were released as they were? I don't see the benefit to the Taliban since it shows the American being released as opposed to the 5 Talibanis being released.
You know, as the video is being broken down by U.S. officials right now, what we're starting to hear unofficially off the record right now is that if you do some translation of what is being talked about in the video, basically those Taliban fighters are basically saying, oh, the Americans came in so quick, they were nervous, and they ran away. And the idea is that maybe this video is being put out in Afghanistan and on that Taliban-related website to send the message, hey, look at us, we are on equal footing footing with the Americans. They came in, they greeted us, they got what they wanted, and they got out. No problems. We'll have to see in the next couple days if there's any other videos put out by the Taliban out of Afghanistan or anything else. We're also looking, of course, U.S. officials to see at this time if Al-Qaeda, who we know the Taliban harbored in Afghanistan, if they put out any videos around this time as well. Intelligence sources working very hard all around the United States and the world, for that matter. Logan?
All right, Kyle Schmoyer reporting live tonight from the nation's capital. Thank you so much for that report.